So it's a very sad day in Wisconsin. Horrified what happened. It's absolutely disgusting. And I really hope we start to see not only the mainstream media, but our politicians, including Joe Biden, who we know painted Kyle Rittenhouse as a white supremacist. I'll pull up the article for you in just a second. Also, you can catch the whole thing on patriot1news.com. But Joe Biden may be in a little bit of trouble himself, no different than the mainstream media, because on the campaign trail, while Joe Biden was campaigning for president of the United States back in 2020, he painted Kyle Rittenhouse as a white supremacist. And listen, we all know that Joe Biden has been nothing but an absolute disgrace for America since he took office, earlier this year in 2021. We know he's the divider in chief. We know he's failed miserably to unite the country. But what he did back in 2020 just goes to show what an irresponsible, just inconsiderate man this person really is. Not knowing all the facts. And he still goes on to say that Rittenhouse is a supremacist. Doesn't know the facts. So in a tweet posted, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this tweet, but Joe Biden may have a defamation lawsuit coming his way. And Kyle Rittenhouse may be able to file charges against Joe Biden. Joe Biden wrote, "There's no other way to put it. The president of the United States refused to disavow white supremacists on the debate stage last night. Here's an ad campaign that Biden's political campaign distributed during the presidential campaign back in 2020 when President Trump was getting grilled by Christopher Wallace and refused to disavow white supremacies. Well, they put an ad together, and Kyle Rittenhouse is in this ad.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared to
do
specifically
that,
do it? Well,
I
go
would
ahead,
say
sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
So this was an ad campaign, and in that ad campaign, in the longer version of it, at one point in the video, an image of Rittenhouse shows him holding an AR-style rifle on the night he killed two violent rioters, defending himself, and wounded a third in Kenosha, Wisconsin, during unrest after police shooting of Jacob Blake a month earlier. So Rittenhouse's mother, Wendy Rittenhouse, went on the Hannity last week and explained exactly why she was so shocked and angry. She said, President Biden don't know my son whatsoever, and he's not a white supremacist. She said, he's not a racist, and Biden did that for the votes. And I was so angry for a while at him and what he did to my son. You can catch the entire interview of Wendy Rittenhouse on Sean Hannity going through her disgust towards Biden and why she thinks Kyle Rittenhouse has a real defamation lawsuit on his hands. You can catch it over at patriot1news.com. You'll see the article on our headline section. Terrell, Leo Terrell, a civil rights lawyer and a Fox News commentator, then also said, let me give Joe Biden advice. Be very careful what you say. Be very careful what you say because you're subject to a possible defamation lawsuit. Terrell said after the verdict, this was a statement that Joe Biden is going to have to pay and justify. Okay? So, you know, Joe Biden abused his powers. He abused the microphone that he had and almost sent an 18-year-old to prison for life. I mean, this is a kid's life we're dealing with, which is why the defense was so furious by the fact that the prosecution withheld key evidence, including a video where the defense was given a much shittier version of that video. So the prosecution had a very clear version. They can easily see what happened in one of the scenes, and they gave the defense a really bad compressed version of the video, so you can't make much out. The defense was unable to then use that in court. I mean, that was intentional. That was very malicious behavior on the prosecution's part. And even after all the facts, after everything that we saw during the trial, the left-wing, radical liberal media still have the audacity to sit here and try to justify those who attacked Kyle, who were violent, a violent, angry mob. And I can't wait to hear Rittenhouse's story, which is being aired on Tucker Carlson tonight. So if you guys have a minute to listen to that, tune into Tucker Carlson tonight on Fox News at 8 p.m. Tucker has the very first interview with Kyle Rittenhouse.